It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me. Jay Black, Sexy Mo, C-Chum, and celebrity guests that you get nowhere else. That's right, but here on Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Go to our YouTube page, Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, and check the exclusive situation all the way out. Or catch it live. Get your comments on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends are back.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Sean wears tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when December comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning, at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts.
Tight shirts. All right. Now we got it. Kind of. I still haven't gotten this microphone properly done. Dr. Aaron Smith in the building. Let me bring him back up. And, yeah, there we go. What up, Doc? How was your morning? How was your weekend, I should say? Oh, Doc can't hear us. Doc. Yo, what up? Good morning. How was your weekend? Your 3-day weekend, which is always a 3-day weekend for us. What's going on?
Oh no, amazing. All is well. I was in New York for what was it, Saturday? I was in New York on Saturday, so my pops. We had an event on a Sunday. Brother was talking about the situation in the Sudan, so got to learn, got to see family, got to get some work done.
Well, you said it earlier. It's election day. I already got my vote in. Everybody in the family got their votes in. New York City has a tremendous early voting that took place.
Turnout. Yep.
And Donnie's out there doing Instagrams in Spanish. He's doing them in Chinese. He's doing them in. He's doing them in.
Ni hao.
There's another dialect. There's another language he was doing them in. The Spanish one was actually genius because he actually showed the woman working with him. So he showed the mess ups. So it was behind the scenes where she was like, no, she made him repronounce it. And she was like, this is not a new word. He said, no, it is a new word. She was like, no, we were going over it about Zeus. And he was like, no, it's still a new word. It's always going to be a new word until whatever. So it was brilliant. The election over there is tightening a tad bit in New York. The billionaires are
tightening with who? Who else is running?
With Cuomo, and it's gotten a little. People have gotten uneasy because there was
looking like funny business. You saying looking like
exactly?
Okay, I'm about to say people ain't nobody voting for Cuomo. I'm about to wait a minute.
And there's a lot, there's a lot of people doing a lot of posts saying, "Listen, this doesn't, y'all really trying to pull something right now in front of everybody's face." And I don't think so. Listen,
now we ain't going.
We're hoping for the best. In the Jersey election, I've already put my vote in. If you haven't voted, get out there, do what you got to do. Listen, I got a lot of problem with this whole system, and I got a lot of problem. But even if I got a problem with it, it took me 5 minutes to do it. Yeah. So we know we know we can get into the whole long discussion on everybody being corrupt, which they are. But there's a fascism building.
I don't hear as much of that. I don't hear as much of that. After Trump came in, all that everybody's the same and it wouldn't be any different. Them niggas. Them people done shut up. I used to debate them people all the time. They're not talking right now. They too busy trying to stay in the country and get SNAP benefits. They ain't got time to be talking stupid no more. They used to be debating and beefing. Oh, Kamala's the same as Trump. I don't hear a whisper or a peep of that no more. I haven't heard that in over 100 days.
My thing is this: get them in, and then straighten them out, because there is corruption on both sides. Get them in, and then straighten them out. We've just put ourselves in such a predicament right now that we have to remove this regime. Then,
you gotta get them out.
And then, when the party who claims to be for us is in there, then we put them under the microscope, and then we deal with what we're unhappy about, because the Republicans are going through the same thing right now. Okay. There are tons of Republicans who are now jumping ship and going. People who I never thought would vote for Democrat are now saying, well, once again, when these people get in, the microscope needs to be on fire. Like we need to fight for ourselves, but first things first. Papa freaks all the honeys. First things first.
Yeah, we got to be engaged in the process the whole time. But that's been our responsibility. People don't want him to be a king, but want to give power like a king gets power and just say, you're in charge, do what you got to do, daddy. That's not the way it's supposed to work in the first place. That's why people don't go to zoning meetings, don't go to PTA meetings, don't go to town halls, don't go. Like, you're supposed to be engaged in civics. You're supposed to be doing things. Sometimes you got to be honest with people. In a lot of ways, people put themselves in these positions, whether it's the people acting like racism didn't exist, whether it's people who acted like Israel was doing the right thing, whether it's people who's acting like they could sit at home and let somebody else make all the decisions. All those people are culpable. They can say Trump all day, but there's a lot of parts to this.
And it's a trickle-down situation. There are votes that you're voting for in Pennsylvania that we have never been educated on. We've never been educated on the vote right now for three Supreme Court justices that they're trying to remove, and that there's a vote on it, and that's it. That's in Pennsylvania. I didn't know.
I did a 6-part series. 5 people came to most of them, and a few people watched online. That's why I don't have too much sympathy. But yeah, people don't learn even when people are teaching.
Yeah, but the deprogramming it's the amount of nonsense that we talk about, the mindless distractions that have become actually part of our society that we have raised our kids in, and you're right, zoning, township hall meetings, PTAs. This is something that if you haven't seen the generation before you take part in it, and you haven't seen them make that a checklist that mom and dad are going here tonight. Why? I'll tell you why. All of a sudden, the like, I didn't even know for the fire. Like, this is just sidebar. I didn't even know when I voted that the person voting for the leadership of the fire department had nobody against them.
Yeah, people run unopposed all the time. Yeah.
And I was like,
even working the polls. That's another one. Working the polls.
Working the polls. There's a bunch
of things you could do. Like, there's things you could do.
And this is something that should be taught to our kids in school. Civics should be something. Your civic duty should be taught. But once again, the dumbing down. But beside all that, you now have an opportunity to go out there and do what you do. Boy, if you choose not to, hey, that's the greatness of this country. Choose not to, choose not to.
Don't choose to be so loud after you don't do anything, because that's like when I was snapping about the gentrification day, and I was like, yo, if somebody comes in to develop and then you fight them and then they don't get to develop, but then 10-20 years go by and you don't develop and you don't create no pool to purchase no property, not even a small lot in a sheriff's sale or a tax lien or deed, you're just talking. You just don't want anybody else to do anything, but you're not going to do anything either. Like, that's a problem. That's a problem.
That's an absolute problem. And also that's why Mamdani is taking in his speeches, is taking he's actually made the comment, but it is up to us to protect those who don't have the resources to pull together and to fight back. Listen, hey, I'll give you a perfect example of this, and I don't want to. I'm not picking on Ish from the Joe Budden's podcast.
What did he say? Shout out to Jersey.
And they had Mark and him had a conversation, not a debate. It was just a conversation about Mamdani and what's going on in New York City. And this is some of the frustration that sometimes we face.
Could look like I think Mamdani has some things within his power, some things he can't. But I think having a vision, a progressive vision for what the city could look like is
what he's.
I think that means. I think people need hope. I think people need plans.
I agree.
Actionable plans. I think making buses free is possible. He didn't say he's gonna make all the public transportation free, but buses, I think you can make free. I mean, when you look at his plan, I think it seems doable.
So when you make buses free and then they lay off mad MTA workers because they not being as profitable as the MTA once was, and then we gonna bitch at that. Like, yo, dog, I just think that
but that's not what
I'm just giving you an example.
But it's not an example. This is a real thing. That's what I'm saying.
True.
What part of his plan do you find unworkable?
I think that he could possibly make the buses free in the city.
Well, how's he proposing to do it?
I don't know the ins and outs.
How do you know he can't do it? That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like he's given reasons. He said, I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
I think that what you are going to propose is going to have kickbacks, and I think when you propose these things again to whatever politics, bro, I'm a realist, number one, and then I think finances play a part in everything. And so I think when you start taking money from here, the money got to come from somewhere.
And where's he proposing to take it from?
I don't know.
Then okay, I would only say respectfully that we should at least look at the plan before we say it can't happen. We should at least see what he's asking, because where he's saying to take it from, and you might still disagree, but I just think it's better to know his plan before we say the plan can't work. That seems fair.
True.
He's saying that raising corporate taxes. He's saying more aggressively collecting unpaid bills from elites, particularly like water bills and things like that. So he's not saying take from this public source that's getting funded and put it over there. He's saying there's money that's not being collected that can be more aggressively collected. And he's saying that there are people who aren't paying their fair share at the highest levels. Now, I'm not saying there's not a consequence to every action has a reaction, but I do think, and at least the financial experts, I'm not a financial expert, so I can't say, but the economists that I know who've looked at it and the financial experts that I know who've looked at it have said that this is a workable plan.
Buddy, there could be a large.
So then Joe Budden goes in, and this is the epidemic of social media. You want to have an opinion on things, but you don't want to do any research before you give the opinion. It's always this realism where people go, well, that's impossible to make it free. It's going to affect business. Billionaires don't think like that. When a billionaire brings a team and says, I want the city to pay for the stadium, he doesn't go, that's going to affect anything. He goes, you figure it out. You figure out how you're going to get the taxpayers who are obsessed with this team to be bamboozled that the jobs, the vending jobs, the jobs that are worth the amount of taxes that the entire city is going to pay. But my point back to, if you don't know the ins and outs, this is just basic 1 + 1 = 2. If you don't know the ins and outs, how do you say it can't work? It's when anybody says, I'm going to fight for you. When anybody says, I'm going to fight for you because you deserve this. When Bernie Sanders said we all deserve universal health care, we all deserve, the first thing out of people's mouths is, that can't happen. Why? Why? He lays out an entire plan, but you get bored. You get bored reading all that because it's part of social media. They want you to have the mental literacy of a caption. So that's just one of the frustrating. But go ahead, Doc. I know you wanted to say something.
No, Mark better than me. That's what I was thinking watching that video. I was like, I'm on here. You dumbass nigga. Like I don't know. There's a certain level of, and I see him grow, and I saw him stop himself and say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Like I see, even through the flip thing, I see that everybody's, evolving with their discourse and their ways of engaging. And Mark is less shocked, so he's less, impulsive about people's confidence in their ignorance. Because now he's been on the couch and on these chairs long enough where it's like, he knows that that's what happens, because he came from a space where that didn't typically happen nearly as much. In academia or even on corporately owned media, people usually do some research. They at least read some headlines. They got 1 or 2 talking points. They're at least prepared, minimally. But now he's in a space where, like you said, people just talk they feel like talking. And they'll voice their opinion emphatically. They'll talk more passionately than the guy who did research. So I see Marcus getting more acclimated to that kind of space where people are passionate but uninformed, and he's navigating it a little more effectively and not getting, emotionally attached to the discourse and making sure he focuses on informing people or trying to find a better way to reach conclusions than just assume. But, more power to Mark.
And I think on both sides, this is the thing. Mark, exactly what you said. I'm going to reiterate what you just said. Mark has realized me proving you wrong isn't going to open your eyes. So I have to allow you to say what you say so people can go, but you don't know. And then I have to explain. Because we realize winning a debate doesn't educate anybody. It doesn't educate anybody because people just feel they walk around and say, oh, he just know more about that. No. And on Mark's part, instead of saying why it's not going to work, this is a simple thing. If Mark's the person that has the information, explain to me how is he going to make this happen? Because I'm worried that it's going to affect me. So explain to me how can he make this happen? The same way, when Joe Buttons first started this podcast, way years and years and years and years and years ago, when nobody was doing podcasting, he had to explain to you how this is going to work, because there were a ton of people that said it wasn't going to work. There were a ton of people calling Joe Rogan weird because I remember white comedians going, he keeps doing this thing. He keeps doing this thing where he just talks and nobody knew. Well, he had to explain to some of y'all what was going on. But it's so quick. We are so, and I swear we're so programmed that anything that benefits us, we immediately go, that can't work. That'll never happen. So it's frustrated me in relationships. When I say we can do this, yeah, but it's going to
go.
It's going to benefit us. It's going to take work. It's going to take discipline, but it's going to be, yeah, but then this and then this and then and I like what you said. I applaud Mark because Mark knows I could easily embarrass this person for saying this.
Yeah, it's not the goal though. Yeah, it's not the goal.
But the problem is, do you know how many millions of people who are watching, who are thinking like him, like Ish? I see people,
but they don't think like that when it comes to Israel. That I think that's where the frustration comes. The frustration comes in the lack of consistency. I don't think a lot of people have a problem with anybody. Everybody's ignorant to something. We're all learning every day. We get to a point we realize we know far less than we've ever learned, and like we're all ignorant. We got it. Nobody's really looking down on people. It's just the consistency I think that people are looking for. If you're going to be upset with that, just be upset with something very similar or virtually identical also. Like if somebody tells you about a plan that's a few $1 million and you got an issue, please have an issue about the billions, if not trillions of dollars going to Israel. Like just have the same energy. That's all. If you want to talk in lamest terms, just keep that same energy, boo-boo. Like don't be on the couch silent when they bring up Israel and Gaza. You don't say nothing about the budget or where it's going to come from then. But then when it's something for us, now it's like, whoa, how you gonna do that? How you gonna help them black people out? And they're like, wait, now you just look like an agent of white supremacy. So it's not just about you not knowing. I think it's a little deeper than that frustrates people, and people often think that people are looking down on them when it's like, no, you're a little hypocritical and you're not consistent. Nobody has a problem with your ignorance. We're all ignorant.
Yeah. And well, these conversations, listen, I can't I'm trying to unprogram myself, y'all. I'm trying to unprogram myself.
Oh yeah, every day.
I'm trying to unprogram myself on my thought process, on what my immediate thought is, and how comfortable I am with being able to say. Look, I've heard people in New York say Mandani is overselling. He's overselling himself. Whether you believe, and this is my thing, whether you believe it or not, whether you believe what he's saying or not, like you said, keep the same energy. I'll put a generalization. Every politician oversells.
He's a politician, though. He's campaigning. What do you campaigning?
He's campaigning. But I will tell you this: when you thought Trump was overselling, he didn't. He didn't oversell. We sat there and said
I think he just cheated. But yeah, I hear you.
No. He cheated. No. I agree with you. But when he got into the position, he didn't oversell.
No, he tripled and quadrupled down on everything.
Yeah, he might have undersold. He might have undersold. And
Yeah,
that
remember
whole
he said,
attitude.
I don't know about Project 2025. I remember that. Even Matt Hoffa was on his podcast talking about something. They talking about Project 2025 like he a part of that. I love Matt Hoffa. I need him to get back online and say I was dead wrong because he's electing the dude that authored it and everything else, and he's point by point initiating everything in Project 2025. Matt Hoffa, they keep including Joe Rogan and they keep talking about Schultz, as people who push Trump, but there were some black people who was kind of on the Trump train, not so much endorsing him, but not helping us to pay attention to obvious things that were just not genuine in Trump's campaigning. Like he wasn't attached to Project 2025 in any way. He never read nothing about it, and that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool.
And now that you said that, and this is why I pay so close attention to when people on our show say stuff. I have some examples of people who did that exact same thing that you just spoke upon. So some examples that were broken down.
We need a president. We need a president who will unite our country. We need Donald Trump.
U.S. Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina endorsing Donald Trump just last year. But let's fast forward to this year. Not even 3 months into this administration, the Commerce Department's Minority Business Development Agency was cut. This was a program supported by and invested heavily in by Senator Scott. Cut. Next, we have Virginia Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears. Now, this is the same woman who has said that Brown versus Board of Education was about parental choice and not segregation. She said that DEI is nonsense. She said that we just need to move on from slavery. And she said someone who is fired for being gay from a job is not discrimination. This woman stood on the stage last year and endorsed Trump heavily. Now she's running for governor of Virginia. And not only has he not campaigned for her, but he hasn't fully endorsed her. And that election is tomorrow. So, yeah. Then we go to Texas, where current U.S. Congressman Wesley Hunt had this to say when asked about how he feels about the current Republican agenda.
Quite frankly, I can't think of one thing that he has done that I disagree with. I'm actually very, very proud of these efforts. I'm actually very proud that I helped get him elected. I was proud to be the first to endorse him in this country.
Well, it looks like Republican leadership disagrees with some things that he's doing, because he's currently running for U.S. Senator in Texas, and the National Republican Senatorial Committee is allegedly telling people not to support his candidacy, calling it a wasteful vanity project. Then we go to the 21% of black men and the 7% of black women who voted for Trump in the 2024 election. Fast forward to today. Black unemployment is reaching historic highs. A federal judge literally had to rule for Trump to use funds so people could eat. And he loves blacks so much that out of his entire cabinet, there is only one black person. And that black person went to Capitol Hill, sat in front of Congress, and proposed drastic cuts to rental assistance, affordable housing, and community development. So to all of the black people that voted for this current occupant of the White House, I have one question for you, and it's very simple. How's your vote working out for you now?
Well, yeah, I just wanted to give a few examples.
Oh no, we in sync with that one. Okay, yeah.
Just a few examples, and then I wanted to give one because I want to get into Gayle King later on. Mindless distraction.
Pause.
Yeah. No. She wouldn't even appreciate that. But I want to give Joy Reid one of her classic. They had a compilation album or a greatest hits. I would like, when she was still on MSNBC, I would like to just give her just a moment, just a few minutes of one of her classic. Let her cook. Let Joy Reid cook, who I like and admire, and I actually.
Clarence Thomas was born in Pinpoint, Georgia. He is of the Gullah extraction. Yep. He didn't even speak English until he was 7 years old. He spoke the Geechee tongue and was so afraid to speak in front of white people, because he was always told, don't speak Geechee in front of white people because it would embarrass you, that he almost never spoke at all. There was a white nun, whose largesse helped get him through school and get him those good grades. He has been assisted by white patrons, really his whole life, even now by very rich ones, as they fly him around the country. And to your very point, he seems to deeply resent all of the assistance he got, and he wants to make sure that nobody like him ever gets that kind of help again, because it helps his self-image so that he can lie to himself and fool himself and maybe hate himself a little less for having gotten help all along his path to the Supreme Court. And let's be clear, the most important thing to know about his confirmation, other than the fact that he's accused credibly of sexual misconduct, is the polling that got him over the line. And it was the polling that I very much remember. I was one of the few black folk who was against him. It was the polling that showed that about 7 in 10 black people supported his ascension to the seat once held by the great Thurgood Marshall, and he is not his equal. It was black people's support that got wavering members of that Judiciary Committee
Democrats,
and wavering senators.
They needed Democratic votes. There was a Democratic majority. That's why Joe Biden is in those hearings running. They needed the Democratic votes.
And it was only black people's support in those polls that got wavering Democrats to vote for him. And he has repaid black people with scorn ever since.
Facts on facts on facts.
It's a cruel game out here, man. It's a cruel game. It's a cruel and that's why I say, if we vote the Democrats in and we get Trump out, the microscope has to be very focused on, we are no longer going to take you telling us this is all we can do. We are no longer going to take, hey, we're not as bad as him. We're no longer going to let you lower the bar and then jump over it and go, ta-da, look what we did. No, what we deserve is a lot greater, and that bar needs to keep getting pushed up, and our demands need to keep going higher, and we need to keep demanding more out of this party that we know is corrupt, but we know you got us in a predicament that fascist is trying to take us back to slavery. But when we do, I don't want anybody to take a sigh of relief and go, oh, everything's okay now. No, it's not. No, it's not. The scams are still the scams. The conniving is still the conniving. The race baiting is still the race baiting. The lies are still the lies. And we can't take a deep breath. But we still got to do what we have to do now. We still got to do what you got to do now.
I was gonna say, at this point, it's almost comical though that somebody thinks that they can reverse time. Like only a true person who is not a student of history would think that in America they could reverse time. Like they don't understand. Even when she talk about Clarence Thomas, we're talking about somebody who didn't grow up speaking English, and he became the Supreme Court justice. Like everything they did to institute slavery the first time, we still got free. So what you gonna do this time? You gonna take our language? No. You gonna take our names? No. Like the things that were done last time didn't work, but you think some little stuff now in the 2000s is gonna, like, the Second Amendment was created to keep black people from having guns, and when Reagan was confronted by the Black Panthers on the steps, they changed the laws with the shotguns and everything else and the open carries. Like now we can just get guns. Like you think last time we wasn't going? You think the revolts that I listed that Friday was something like, it's not gonna happen. It's just so funny to watch people. It's like segregation now, segregation forever. That white town. Have you heard anything about that white town in the last month? Remember they were gonna leave and make a white town? Ain't heard about it. Nothing. Collapsed in a few weeks. The farmers, the white farmers, are looking for government assistance. The one who said government assistance is bad for the last 40 years are at Congress begging. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen. And I think that's where a lot of black people's silence is coming from. Black people's understanding and intimate connection with opposition, white supremacy, poverty, police brutality, 40 acres defaulting on promises. We just sitting like this. Like we done been here so many times. It's almost like when somebody can really fight and they're outside the club and they're not talking loud. The guy who has a gun on him, who knows kung fu, and whose friends are right behind the other guy who's talking loud, he doesn't say anything. And everybody's like, why black people aren't there? No King's March. Why black people aren't talking? Black people know it's going to be them next. Black people know. I don't want to do this to you. But if it got to go down, we're going to share sugar. We're going to live together. We're going to go underground and maroon. We're going to do everything we did every other time. We got this. And I don't think the rest of the world fully understands where Black America is at. We are not silent out of fear. We're not silent out of apathy or inaction. We're silent because we've been here so many times before, waiting for y'all niggas to catch up. So go ahead and think we're going to be putting on chains. Go ahead and think that somebody's going to work on a farm and like, okay. Black people sitting back like, okay, I'm going to go to work. Like, it's not going to happen. There's not a possibility in the world. As one person, I know that I could take out 20. And I know what 20 will be taken out. The ones you hear about every day. Dolo. The same 20 you hear every day, the starting lineup of the oligarch, G8 summit, whatever meeting got to go to catch at least 5 of them. That plan is done. I think it was Khalid Muhammad that said, y'all people with gray hair need to be ready to crash out, to paraphrase. He said, y'all already lived life. So you out here 60, 70, and 80, and you ain't never take a stand. It's just your responsibility to make sure that these babies got a chance. If you got to lay out your life or take a life to do it, if you already done lived, what are you sitting around waiting for?
So
it's never going to happen. And black people being quiet. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Not voting for people that are part of a broken system. And I have no... That's your vision. That's your opinion.
Run a candidate. Get a grassroots candidate. Run them. Support them.
Good morning, everyone. Driving. Good morning, LaChon. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Get all these good mornings. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Trendsetter was lost last night. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Good morning. We had civics and free enterprise in my high school. Yeah,
we used to have it. Some schools got it. I know they always call me and correct and be like, some schools still got it.
Yeah, some schools got it.
Shout out to y'all.
You have to participate in politics to, at the ground level and up. Asha, exactly, especially when it happens in other countries. They have universal health care. Learn from their example. Easy fix. Yep. I mean, this stuff.
Israel got free college too.
Yeah, that we're paying. That that this country in turn is paying for. But I'll go back. Blessings from England, I guess. England, I guess. England, I guess. What up? Welcome. My issue is we don't demand anything for our vote. Exactly. A couple of years ago, I want an incumbents in Willingboro and ran a campaign to get them out. We showed 3 of them the door with 60% voting. Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I don't want this to be relief, because it's never relief. It's never relief.
No, the struggle continues.
The struggle is always going to be there, and we have to demand, and we don't have to demand quietly, but we have to demand that the shit that is going on, that we see in our face, that we talk about on the show every single day, is addressed. And that's the fear. That's why all these billionaires in New York are trying their best not to get Mandani elected, because they've never had somebody who during his campaign trail was going club to club, going to Afrobeats clubs, going to Latin clubs.
He went to the concert, the Wu-Tang concert. I saw him out there.
He went there to tell you, I know these people. I didn't come out. I lived with with us. I lived with us.
He was a rapper.
And the fear is when people start igniting and going, listen, I'm one of you in real life. I can prove it. I have the receipts, and I have the intellect and the education to try and fight. They don't want anybody to spark us.
Yeah, they tried to get us when they said that he applied for his scholarship and said he was black. He might have, but nobody was ignorant and shallow and impulsive enough to think that discredited his campaign as opposed to the other option. So there are some black people who had some questions, and like you said, we might ask him some questions later when he gets elected. But for right now, election train, full speed ahead. Election train, full speed ahead. We didn't fall for it. We didn't take the bait. Because in the back of mine, I said, what? But in front of mine, I said, Mom, Daddy.
Yeah. I mean,
we can talk about the other stuff later.
Yeah, there are going to be questions that need to be asked. They're going to be demands that need to be met, and if you listen, we're supposed to enjoy life because it's going to end. We're supposed to have fun. We're supposed to have a life with fulfilling things that we do that have nothing to do with this. We are. So I don't want y'all to get all caught up, but we're also fighting for our kids, and we're also fighting for a generation after us when we're not here to protect them.
At least a bus ride. Like that's not a lot to ask for. Like the fact that we're like, I don't know about that bus ride. If we get on the bus for free, like really, bro? Like you don't think we deserve that? You don't think we earn that? You don't think our tax dollars have already contributed enough to the rent in New York? The rent in New York? I can't ride the bus.
Do you want to know how much it costs to build the new Yankee Stadium in the Bronx? In the Bronx.
Or the casinos. Add the casino on top.
The casinos in Queens. Do you know how much it takes to do that?
Taxpayer dollars, right?
Taxpayer dollars. You can't get a free bus ride? Do you know how minute it is to ask?
And shout out to Jersey. Remember when they used to have the free buses to the casino, so you could at least spend all your money and lose all your money. At least let me ride there for free. At least somebody give you a free drink and a free sandwich sometimes, depending on how you playing. Like at least let me enjoy it.
Do you understand? He's not asking. He's asking for rent control. He's asking that they can't randomly price you out of where you live.
30% increases and all that kind of.
And then tell you go figure it out. And then the place that you go figure it out at, they start raising those prices. So where, at the end of the day, where do you think, if we keep going to where we're going, 15 years from now, where is there going to be to go? Because in the Bronx right now, a 2-bedroom is $2,500 to $3,000 a month.
That sounds funny every time I hear the rates. I just gotta laugh to myself because no offense to New York, but I'll be like.
And the Yankees built a new stadium next to the old stadium for billions.
That's like the cops in Philly just building buildings, not using them, moving them. They built the whole headquarters and then moved somewhere else. Well, hey, taxpayer dollars. That's how people act when they spend somebody else's money.
Mike brought me Blind Brother and Cheese Gator, best horror book I've ever read. Okay. All right, England. All right, we'll try and get that. This foolishness can easily be handled, and we can fire them all. They work for us, and yes, we can fire.
Yeah.
We
can
get
rid of the whole regime. We can do a full sweep.
And my point is, when the full sweep happens, don't exhale and say we're all good now, because the motherfuckers that come in, the people that come in, will bamboozle you in a different way. Mm-hmm. And they can't wait for you to let your guard down and say, it's all good now. We back. No. The reason why our Democratic friends don't want to endorse Mandani is because they don't want the system to get overhauled. They make money off the same system.
They say 16 points up. Like I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't know how they gonna read these computers. They gonna have to really do something crazy to get this, because man, they're gonna be like, wait, who voted for who? Like, even I was saying, I don't even know who number 2 was if the boy's up almost 20%. And like you said, the early vote was crazy because people already saw it coming. They saw the bamboozle coming, and they said my vote's gonna be counted. Y'all ain't gonna Rockland County Trump me.
And I almost got bamboozled. So the quarterback, and you guys are like, oh, sports, but I almost got bamboozled. I almost fell. So there's a post of Josh Allen, quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. And next to it is Charlie Kirk. There's a picture. And he's under fire. Exactly, right? What you did. I said, uh-oh, from the door. So he's under fire. So I'm like, under fire for what about Charlie Kirk? And people, I was in. I said, I got to read this. I said, I'm going to put this on the show. We need to see what the NFL is doing. And then come to find out, Josh Allen is standing by his words on the passing of Charlie Kirk. I'm scared to death. His original post read, if you want to be remembered kindly, then speak kindly while you're still here. Oh, he caught backlash. Because he was so he was calling out Charlie Kirk.
You said Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk. Yeah, to the left.
Jerk.
And I was like, so I just want to put it because I got caught. I was like, so he's catching backlash because he actually said, look, he said what he said. So if he said what he said, then that's the way I'm gonna look at him when he's dead.
I thought you were gonna say you're gonna play him in a biopic. They look a little bit alike in that picture.
They
side
do.
By side. I said, wait a minute. Is he about to do a movie about Charlie Kirk? I said, wait a minute. Oh, and he got to say it though, because he's white. Because they didn't do no Kyrie Irving on him. He don't gotta go talk to nobody. He don't gotta do no checklist scavenger hunt apology tour. No nothing. Okay. Just noting the difference.
And that's what I said. I said, so all he got was backlash. There wasn't a blackballing. There wasn't like you said. Hey.
Is he still playing? Is he in the?
He's still playing. He's still playing.
Well, thank you for using your platform. That's what you always ask for.
Thank you for using your platform.
Things we can do.
Yes.
So I appreciate the brother using his privilege and his platform to speak truth to power in a way that black people would get killed for doing. And that's why we not out there in the front lines. We keeping ourselves and the world safe because they have been waiting for black people to get outside so they can start beating and killing. And we are hip to the game.
And Stephen A. Smith, not a word was said. Not a word was said.
He ain't come for the boy?
No, there was no long monologue on. There wasn't no anger and starting your conversation off low like this and then raising it and going further and yelling, Trump is coming.
Like a Busta Rhymes rap. Hey, he's not really figured it out.
That's how Steve starts. I know. Yeah, he starts, as I combine all the juice from the mind. Wheel it, deal it, back it up, come rewind. Powerful and backbone from behind.
If you want to Charlie Kirk it again, look at it out. No, he ain't say nothing. No, he had no smoke.
No. It wasn't Kyrie Irving. He couldn't go for Kyrie Irving's career. He couldn't do that. I pay attention to my politicians whenever I need for my community, school, trash, clean, dump in safely at community events. They work for me, period. Facts. And I get it. And his football team is winning, so they're staying quiet on this one. Yeah, they stay quiet.
Don't mess up the money. They might have a shot. Don't mess up the money. That's all that matters. That's all that matters to these people, man. Don't mess up the money.
That's it. UK politics is Babylon here. Our Teflon says from the UK. Yeah, I see a lot going on over there.
Okay, we out there.
Yeah, I see a lot popping. And speaking of sports, Dr. Umar had something to say about this gambling thing. When I broke the news about the gambling, I know y'all was like, when I broke the news
live,
when I tried to tell y'all that this wasn't going. It was a thorough distraction. It's a thorough distraction.
Oh,
understand?
Yeah.
It's a thorough distraction.
Yeah, they knew this for a while.
Yeah, they knew this was going on, and they know what the higher ups are doing. But Dr. Umar has something to do about the scandals. The scandals.
This NBA scam is a distraction away from a much bigger scam. But the government has to make you think they're really tackling gambling when they're not doing nothing about it at all. Think about it. Yeah. Child sex trafficking is a major issue in America. The government has done nothing about it. Kash Patel, FBI director, you mean to tell me you was able to uncover this NBA player coach gambling scandal, but you didn't come across nothing showing you that the owners themselves gamble? You didn't come across nothing showing you that the executives in the league gamble? You didn't come across nothing showing you that the NBA and the NFL been fixing games for years? You've had referees talk about how the NFL and NBA fix games in the interest of profit and victories and viewership. So you mean to tell me you found no wrongdoing from the teams, no wrongdoing from the execs, no wrongdoing from the refs, only wrongdoing from the players and the coaches? Right. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. So and listen, I'm not going to get down to sports. I'm going to equate this to what happened in steroids. All the players got put in front of Congress. All of them. There was a list of names that they were told, the players were told were never going to be released, but names got released. That's how A-Rod got caught. Then people had the common sense to say, well, if it was this rampant and trainers were involved and it was going on at the stadium and these injections were being taken not only outside the stadium but in the stadium,
in the locker room, right?
Did the general managers and owners know? And the general managers and the owners said the investment, the hundreds of millions of dollars that they paid for, they didn't know nothing. They got detectives that follow these players. Now, this is proven. They have detectives that follow players to investigate them. But they didn't know what was going on in their own locker room. The managers never said anything. Well, this is the same thing. There are people who have been on live TV back in the 80s with Pat Sajak. Y'all don't know Pat Sajak? He used to spin the wheel on Wheel of Fortune. And he had an interview with a person that actually sat and said the owners have been gambling back in the 80s. In the 80s. But you know, when the whole gambling thing, they have put the black faces up, and the only time you see the people who actually coordinated it, the only time you see the people who actually coordinated it, the people who actually made the gambling happen is when TikTok happens to put them up. Until then, it's just Chauncey Billups. It's just Damon Jones. It's just whoever was close. It's the scam. It's a scam on top of the scam on top of the scam. They know.
Like Christopher Williams in New Jack City, where he tried to make him, he's the real head of the CMB. Nino Brown pointed to Christopher Williams like he in charge. And he wasn't in charge of nothing. Pretty mother. Sit your $5 down. No. It ain't Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Billups is not the mastermind with the cameras under the table and the card counter that's to a remote location and the mafia connect. It ain't Chauncey. It ain't nobody named Chauncey, man. Let me stop.
It ain't nobody named Chauncey.
He's not a mafia don. He's not the one running the whole operation.
And let me give it to you one better. The biggest account the NFL has right now is gambling. That's the account that's spending the most. They're spending the billions, the DraftKings, all the apps,
FanDuels and all that. Yes,
the FanDuels. Yeah. So if I get an account, my part of the account, if you're, let's say you invest in Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, my part of the account. The big picture is they're sponsoring this show because they want to make money. They want to make money, right? That's clear. They want to make money.
Oh, yeah.
If gambling is spending billions of dollars, what do they want to do? They want to make money. And the NFL has to assure they make money. By how? By people losing.
Somebody got to lose.
The NFL, the NBA, and all of sports is involved with a company that wants the people who support their product to lose, not win. That in itself is corrupt.
Oh, yeah. The game is rigged in more ways than one.
They want you to watch the game, pay to go to the game, pay for the system that you watch the game on, pay for the jersey, pay for the flights to go out of town. Then they want you to pay in losing your money on the game that you're paying to watch. Somebody make it make sense.
Mission accomplished. And your beer will be $15.
And your beer in $15 in a Yankee Stadium, it would be actually $20 for a beer.
Oh, it's 20?
$20 for a beer. And I dare you to get a shot of liquor. I dare you.
How much is a shot? 15?
I watched on the line. I was watching the line because I wasn't drinking at the time, and I was watching because I was curious. And so I waited, and I was on the line for a hot dog. Don't even tell you that. Don't try and eat and drink. You got to choose what you want to do. You got to either drink
which one?
Or you got to eat. Which one? It is so bad in Yankee Stadium that people sell liquor like they used to sell weed outside the stadium. They are selling.
Get a little shot. Shot.
They sell pints and shots. Shots for $2. If you want the pint,
Nutcracker.
So the shot in itself, all I know is a person put a bill down and didn't get any change and left it. That's all they did. And it was this big. But back to the gambling thing, they're all in it. They just need this to The NFL wants you distracted, and the NBA wants you distracted from the people who are the bosses. The government says this is a good distraction to get y'all distracted because we know how obsessed you are with this sports shit, and we know how much it affects you. So we want this distraction to distract from the damn Epstein files. Who listen, Doc, you made this point earlier. They've been released. We just don't want to admit they've already been released. We already know what happened. We just didn't know if the person that it got done to was a Pisces or a Sagittarius. We know it happened.
That's always something. We circumstantial evidence, the corroborating evidence, the material evidence is a lot of evidence, man. It's a lot of evidence.
Daryl Scott said, this is bigger than Nino Brown. Absolutely. Oshabu says, I've been saying this for many years. With all the money that men and some women spend on professional sports, we should change the trajectory of their family and community. Facts. Listen, it's an evil.
But Dr. Umar said one Christmas. Dr. Umar said we could skip one Christmas and open like 15, what do you say, 200 schools or something. No pun intended, but yeah, shout out to Brother Umar.
One Christmas.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
It doesn't make you wonder. It doesn't make you ask questions. And Ajabu says, yeah, the house always wins. I mean, just think about it. We have a president that failed at gambling, at running casinos. Who fails at running casinos?
That's like failing selling crack. I can't get these rocks off, man. I can't. Nobody wants them. It's crack. It sells itself.
He failed at selling crack, and he had the best crack, Doc. He had the best.
Yeah, all you need is no windows and no clocks. That's the whole game. No windows, no clocks. Free drinks. They'll lose everything.
Craig says the gambling in those skyboxes are as the game is going on.
They gambling. Especially now with all them apps. Like you said, all them apps you named. And now they got that, what's that, Clayshi, whatever, the one you can bet on normal events, like whether the sun gonna be shining and all that different stuff. They got that app where you can bet on anything. You've seen that, right? They got this app that you bet on anything.
Kasha, whatever it's called.
Yep, they bet on the election right now. Yeah. They said Mamdani's like 91% chance to win, so he ain't gonna get no big money if he wins. But
you can bet on the weather. You can literally bet on the weather, on the highs and lows. On is it gonna be what the lows and what the highs are gonna be. But and this is the crazy thing. This is the other genius is somebody who's mastered common sense, and a great liar, somebody makes you doubt your common sense. How do you tell players? I'm not caping for the players. How do you tell the players who know everybody's making billions off of gambling? But the people who off of them, but the people who actually make the money or get you to lose the money, don't you take part in it? I need all this money getting thrown around you. I need all of it, and you're taking a shower in it. Don't grab any of it.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
That was college sports till NIL.
It's an NIL. Exactly.
Yeah, for years, right? People just watch. Oh, $1 billion industry. Oh, billions. Y'all making billions. I'm just trying to graduate, eat noodles and noodles. Good for y'all though.
Ashabu, and then we'll move on. How long you got till you upgrade? There's a new Netflix special.
I was just waiting. I know if it was Chelsea. That's the name of the special.
No. She said no new Netflix. There's no Netflix. No, it's coming. It's in the works.
So I can go. I'll go upgrade now. I can do that.
And then I'll get all the good mornings going. And gotcha. I don't think Jay Black's gonna make it. I think Jay Black wants to have a rough weekend. I'll text Jay Black. But yeah, those are a few. And the Gayle King situation. Let me write down what we've already talked about. We're gonna get into Gayle King. For those who don't know, CBS basically went in and decided to fire nothing but black people. I'm gonna repeat that: nothing but black people. They decided that that's all they were gonna fire. Now, of course, I'm sure Gayle King didn't think she was gonna be walked out. I mean, Gayle had to believe. Gayle King had to believe. What are you doing? I'm in the inner circle. I'm Gayle King. Yeah, you can fire those producers and them runners and writers, but you didn't see me go to space. You didn't see me go to space. I went to space. You ain't checked that. Oh, she thought she was good. Oh, yeah. She thought she was good. She didn't think she'd ever be answering these type of questions right here. She didn't think she'd be answering this. I mean, there was no way. I'm Gayle King.
Hi, good morning, Miss King. Nice
Good
to
morning,
see you.
Tiffany.
How are you? So
Good to
it
see
was
you.
very, very shocking to see those reports yesterday. We're all wondering if you might be going in another direction. Do you have an answer as of yet?
No, all I can say is this. From what I'm being told inside this building, take a shot, 524 West 52nd Street. All I've been told by everybody in this building is that they want me here. They like the job I'm doing. I like the job I'm doing. I'll say this. I like the job and the people that I work with. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you about it. But what I'm hearing in the building is not what I'm reading in the press. And what I'm not going to do is negotiate in the media. Not doing that.
Oh, she said she's not negotiating in the press. I just want to know, was it worth it? Was it worth it every chance you got to take down somebody who looked like you? I mean, was it worth it? I mean, I know R. Kelly did a lot to himself. And yeah, you can say R. Kelly deserves to be where he's at, but them files ain't released. Was it worth it to try and drag Kobe Bryant through the mud after the tragic helicopter accident? And to bring up the rape allegations after he had died, him and his daughters, and other people, other innocent people, mothers, fathers, children. Was it worth it? You'll probably say yes, because your lifestyle is what your lifestyle is. You had the audacity to bring up the Kobe Bryant allegations when you know you wouldn't have done it. If Kobe Bryant, let's say, would have been Larry Bird. But you ate the cake, Anime. You ate the cake. And you're fine financially. You don't need any money. Gayle King don't need any money. But was it worth it? To make sure you would smear and run with it. Especially the Kobe. Like the R. Kelly thing, I asked myself, why would you beat a dead horse if you were good? Okay. Why didn't you have that same energy for Woody Allen? Why didn't you ever go to your staff and say, hey, let's get something on Woody Allen? Because I'm really, Woody Allen's a pretty iconic guy. That would probably get some ratings. You wouldn't. Just like the rest of the business won't. If you don't know who Woody Allen is, Google him. He's an icon to them. And he's a man who adopted a kid and then married the same child that he adopted with his wife. And his wife verified it all. There are phone calls between him and his wife, him asking why. It's the same Epstein file shit all over again. KT says Gayle played herself majorly. There are no what's up, KT? And we got to talk about you, KT. We got to talk about your signing. That's why I thought Jay would definitely be on here, because I thought he wanted to talk about your signing, because we got some footage about it. So congratulations on the book signing over there in Trenton. And hopefully you said I'll see you Saturday at the Q Spot for the comedy show, music show. Shout to Cam, the game queen. She's going to open the show, doing the games for y'all to get y'all involved. The music games be fun and into it. Ashabu says they are now on the boycott list. No caping for Gayle King. Gayle will be just fine. She has Oprah. But for the rest of the sisters who were fired, yes. Yep. Absolutely. I've been trying to tell y'all about them, but let me see something. Shoot. What's going on? Something going on. Oh boy, the comments are not letting me put the comments up now. Let me see if I get her. Wow. Now the comments I'm back. Let's see if the comments. Okay, Oprah and Gayle got put on the ban list years ago. Woody Allen, the pedo. Yes. Thank you. You're quite welcome. Thank yourself, girl. Tap yourself on the right there. Pat yourself on the back. Let yourself know you're doing it. So yeah, those are things. And you know, Gayle, like just and then we'll move on from it. You're not the only one. You're definitely one of the Clarence Thomases of the media, and we know how you like to fit right in with Katy Perry and the scam of going to space and trying to cape for him and trying to get everybody to believe Jeff Bezos and the rest of them had gone to space. We saw Katy Perry open the door too soon when she wasn't supposed to open the door. I understand the time frame, the new span, the new cycle goes so fast that you think people forget. We ain't forgets. We ain't forget you claim to be an astronaut. You wouldn't ask an astronaut that. Yeah, that's why we're asking you, because you're not. Is it my computer or did Mike just fade to black? Yes. It wasn't your computer. It wasn't your computer. Some going on. Maybe these conversations their words are triggering. I don't know. All I know is there's a lot going on. And it could just be as simple as just my laptop acting up. But boy, oh boy, the web, wee. They escorted her out. They escorted your $15 million a year contract out. Let me see if I got the I may have the other video of the person, another employee. Do I have the other employee? I may have the other employee. Damn, I thought I had it for y'all. I apologize. The CBS employee who actually confronted the person who did the firing. And I'll have it tomorrow, but just to paraphrase it, they confronted the person who did the firing. And the guy said, I pointed. He said, I went around, I asked, and nothing but black people got fired. And the person said there was nothing he could do about it. Then when he found out, he went back up and he said, so it was your choice. And the person said, I chose to keep the people I worked with before. In the past, the people I worked, not their merit, not on the job they were doing. Not on the job they were doing. They decided to do it based on, he said this to them. I decided to keep the people who I worked with before. Not who was doing a better job. He said, basically, I didn't know y'all. He didn't know you, Gayle. He didn't know you. Ashabu says $15 million that could pay for some SNAP benefits. What you gonna do? It's TV. What you gonna do? It's TV. But Gayle didn't know she was gonna get that walkout. She got the same walkout, minus the money, obviously. She got the same walkout Michael Sean got from a few radio stations when they said they were going in a different direction.
Oh, you talking about Gayle?
Yeah, Gayle. I mean, Gayle, I got this walk. I just didn't have TMZ waiting for me. I got a phone call from Josie. I just didn't have TMZ.
He was outside?
Yeah, she was. This is when she was coming out the office. When she was coming out the office, this is her coming.
Hi, good morning, Miss King. Nice to see you. How are you? So
good to
see
you.
Very, very shocking to see those reports yesterday. We're all wondering if you might be going in another direction. Do you have an answer as of yet?
No, all I can say is this. From what I'm being told inside this building, take a shot, 524 West 52nd Street. All I've been told by everybody in this building is that they want me here. They like the job I'm doing. I like the job I'm doing. I'll say this. I like the job and the people that I work with. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you about it. But what I'm hearing in the building is not what I'm reading in the press. And what I'm not going to do is negotiate in the media. Not doing that.
All right. Do you have an idea like what?
Yeah, she said, I'm bigger than that. I'm not doing that. I'm not negotiating in the media. I will say it for a million years. What is the point of making all this money and allegedly being financial free if you can't say what is on your mind?
Well, no, she's about to get more money though. She knows what's about to happen. That announcement's coming. I say by the end of the week. We're gonna hear something about.
But you
Gayle.
saw all the black people get fired. You saw CBS. CBS made it as blatant as possible.
No, like recently I don't know that story.
Yeah. There's a whole story where I did the story with Jonesy. And I apologize, I don't have the video of the man who came out and he broke down the departments that they took out. The cultural department, and they fired nothing but black people. And when he went to the person the first time did the firing, the person said, I didn't have anything to do with this. We tried to fight to keep it on. Cool. He went downstairs. He counted. He asked everybody, did you get fired? No, I've been reassigned. The white people got reassigned. He went back up and said, but this was your choice. The guy told him directly, I kept the people who I knew before this. I'll have it for tomorrow.
What do you mean knew before this? Like
that's exactly what he said. The people I work with before this. Before what? Before y'all got here. So every person in these departments that were white were reassigned.
I want to feel bad, but it's always a mix for me. What that noise is? Somebody doing some work in there. But no, I always feel bad, but then at the same time, I'm like Malcolm said, only a fool would let his enemy educate his children, but nobody extends that to putting food on their table. So if you're a fool for letting your enemy educate your children, are you slightly, possibly foolish for trusting that your enemy is going to feed your family and sustain you for 50 years?
No, I got that, but I'm going to expose it.
No, I'm saying for the people who go to these jobs, like people be going to these corporate jobs, these federal jobs, they really be like hands behind the head, like, oh, I'm one of the good ones. I'm okay. And
that's Gayle King.
Yeah, or Tim Scott. It's like, you think because you're in the White House, like, bro, okay, you think you're not going to get that wake-up call, whether you work at CBS or work at the White House, your day is coming.
But let me explain to you about Gayle King in that interview. Now, this is somebody who's been in the media forever.
Media savvy.
This ain't Asha Curry or whatever. This is media savvy. The first thing that should have came out of her mouth was, I'm not concerned about me. I'm concerned about the people who lost their jobs. I'm concerned. I'm concerned about the unfair treatment that they received. And why was it just the black people that got fired? Oh, no.
And Gayle didn't get what she got doing that, though.
Oh, no, Gayle. You went on a spaceship with Katy Perry. You can't do that.
It ain't Gayle Luther King. It's just Gayle.
This is Gayle Oprah King.
And that's the thing, too. If my best friend is a billionaire, I'm talking the same way to them reporters. I'm like, what I'm not going to do. Like,
no. But I disagree with you.
I'm about to call Oprah. She got her own network. My friend got a network.
The first thing I'm doing is asking about the people who look like
that would have been
me.
nice. That would have been beautiful. That would have been beautiful.
I don't care. We know you're good. If you were making $15 million a year, that means you've been making at least $10 million your whole career over there.
Yeah, somewhere between R. Kelly and Kobe Bryant, though, I knew that wasn't going to happen.
And was it? And I said it earlier. Was it worth it to slander Kobe? I love the pimp walk they had to make. That you had to make. I love it. I know you don't care because financially you're good, but I love you had to take the walk because still, like Jay-Z said.
Oh yeah, no, it's they don't love you. They don't love you.
They wasn't doing that. And you can make more money if you want. They still made you do the walk. So what is the point of making all the money that you make and having all this financial freedom if they still can make you do the walk?
Well, it's not. I wouldn't call it financial freedom at that point.
Well, whatever. Well, if that's not financial freedom, then that's her bad.
I'm saying because that's what I'm saying. It could become financial freedom depending on how you use them, utilizing finances. But a lot of people, most people, get more in debt, right? Most people get a bigger house, get a bigger car, get a different lifestyle, and then they get deeper into debt and they can't maintain a lifestyle. So a lot of people, when they get money, they get more attached and beholden to the system, unfortunately, because it is a way to buy your freedom, or you can go and buy a bunch of things and a lifestyle. And most people opt for the latter.
Alshable says, I thought the same, Mike. She just spoke about herself. Yeah, she didn't give a fuck about the black people that got fired out of there.
I would be curious to know if she speaks to them. Because I've worked at jobs like that.
That was the perfect time for her to casually mention that this firing is racially she's not on our team.
Yeah, but I say everybody's worked at jobs like that. Some black people work at the job. They don't talk to the janitors. They don't talk to the door people. They don't even talk to the other black people who are at their level. Some people are like, I'm in this for me. This is musical chairs. You can see it in their walk. You can see it a block away when they got that tight butt trying to put their black lips deeper into their mouth, Clarence Thomas energy, and you know the voice is gonna come out of their mouth. You know it. We all know it. And when they come into the place and they see me, they be like, what's up, brother? I'll be like, how y'all doing? And they see the other person walking right into the college right after me, and they be like, they keep on sweeping. Clarence Thomas, that nigga. Like, we know that.
And just understand whether she's like that or not, she won't even put the front on.
Oh, no. But because if you thought she was on our side after the Kobe Bryant interview, shame on you. Shame on you. If you thought Gayle King was rocking with us at this point in the game, I'm mad at black people for that. I'll debate. I want smoke. If you thought Gayle King was one of us and she was rocking, her friend's a billionaire. You can't name one thing she's done for the community. No, bro. No.
But this is my point in that. But I am going to keep reminding us.
Oh yeah, no, she deserves.
I'm not gonna let you take the walk and just go, well, you know, she's not with us. No. I'm going to make sure you hear it again and again and again. I don't expect. What she did is exactly what I expect.
Yeah, we're clear about where she stands.
I just want y'all to know. When anybody gets on me for the Gayle slander, and Gayle said, I'll play the Breakfast Club interview where they thought it was Charlamagne that said it. It was me.
Oh, yes, I remember it.
And it was me. Yeah, it's me. It's me. Y'all part of the problem.
I should look up her bio. I'd be wanting to know where people coming from.
Y'all part of the problem. Because I guarantee you when Woody Allen passes, you're not going to do a whole expose on how he married his adopted daughter.
They're not going to ask the friends and ask his wife, daughter.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, they're not going to do that.
I guarantee you that's not going to be brought up.
They reserve those questions.
I guarantee you ain't going to mention.
I heard they hiring on the moon, though. She going to go back into space and get a job.
Go back into space and lie to our faces.
She gonna be working with the aliens. She gonna be the Oprah. She gonna be the Oprah of the cosmos. I'm here on Mars.
What up, Doc? You want to hear the funniest thing? You want to hear what Kim Kardashian is getting backlash? You want to hear about how they want to distract us? You know why she's getting backlash? She's catching hell for the last few days.
How's she getting the news? What's she doing?
Because she said the moon landing was fake. I'm gonna punch her.
Who's giving backlash on that? Somebody. Like, what are we doing? See, okay, we had the conversations about politics, all these high-level conversations that we've had, right? We talk about what we need to do. If you can't even realize that the man did not call the moon from a landline, I'm not talking to you. None of my commentary is for you. If you think that somebody picked up a landline where some of the phones were still using the dial on it, right? Some of the phones still had the rotary. You think he called the moon?
Call the moon.
Who put the phone lines on the moon to take the call? There was no cell phones.
Doc, in 2025, on my cell phone, there's certain places I can't make a call. That the
you
call
can't go on a plane. You go on a plane, they be like, turn your phone off, take your phone off. Like,
Doc, I can't call you. I'm on the plane.
Yeah, if you think that somebody was talking on the phone, because that would have been the real question. The real question when he got back, the real question when F the moon, how'd you make that call, bro? That's the revolution. I didn't know we can call other planets. What number did you dial? Like what?
But this is the distractions that this is what they want you to be distracted. Kim Kardashian said the moon landing was fake. It's all right.
I'm about to send you a crazy video.
It's already a done deal. All right.
Wait, but did any public figures like that we know come at her? Like, is
no? It was the normal social media thing where people where she was getting the
like bot bait type, all that.
It was just a distraction. You want me to be distracted because Kim Kardashian said something that people have been saying for 20, 25 years. That the astronauts who went on it basically have admitted. Yeah,
she said on video. She ain't say on video, did she?
No, I don't know. I don't know if it's on video. It may be on video. That's how desperate they are.
No, those people. If in 2025, if you even now, I don't know if you heard, one of the Congress people just came out and said they had additional hearings about the Kennedy assassination. And they were saying things about 4 shots and multiple shooters. And the guy was like, we've been lied to by the government. There's a congressperson, the whole clip of it, where he walks out the hearing and he basically shares the information. If you think, and I said this before, the official story. Remember we talking about the official narrative? I said it's always not the case. And people got upset with me when they were like, oh, your conspiracy theory. Why don't you just be happy Charlie Kirk's there? Because every time the official story comes out, it's a lie. It's a lie. So if you think the official story about the moon landing, Kennedy, or 9/11 is accurate, we're done. I'm too old for it. Let somebody younger than me go back and forth with you and walk you through. I'm not teaching anybody the alphabet that doesn't have my last name or nothing like that. I'm not stooping down that low. My knees are bad. Like Joy DeGroy said, my daughter does those introductory classes where the white people learn that race is a thing and start crying. She said, I used to do it. She said, but at this stage in my career, I can't do that no more. I got to do this high level conversation and that's it. I can't go all the way back down there. She said, I got a child. I raised my child could do it. There's a lot of people who just started with this work and they can talk to you about 5 buildings being brought down in one day, controlled demolition, free fall speed, thermite, and all that other stuff. And the firefighters saying that all is clear up here and everybody saying there's bombs in the building. I'm not going back and forth and devoting a bunch of energy to the nonsense. If you think people called on a landline to other planets, really? Because Nixon was real trustworthy, right? So if you doing that, then you got it, bro. You got it. Yeah, the Charlie Kirk Patsy thing. If you're running with those narratives at this point, it's a divergence in society. There's some people who believe all the official stories and enjoy Disney World and enjoy that fake life. Everybody else is gonna live in reality, and that we're not gonna engage too much moving forward. There's a fork in the road.
So hard, no pause left. Talk about the propaganda. Women, I'm just gonna play the video. Because this woman gets me every time she speaks. And I know she got a scam going on. But when I heard about her justification for side chicks.
Justification?
You want to hear about a mindless distraction. The funny thing is, as I'm looking at our screen, you are so in color right now that you make me look black and white.
Yeah, I noticed this camera is like extra, like I don't know what the word is.
That's the great camera. That's the 4K camera that I need to upgrade to that.
Yeah, it's better. It's doing something with the colors. I do see that.
That color is making me look like I am making a phone call in 1969 to the moon.
That's calling the moon. You look like Nixon calling the moon. One small step.
You literally got me looking black and white. This is hilarious. Look at him. Look at.
No, I saw the Temple logo, and that's what I noticed when I was on there. I said, "Why is it popping bright?"
Temple. What? So yeah, here goes. I was like, oh, y'all woman, please tell me y'all woman ain't falling for this. Let me get these. That was a professional multiple team hit. The blue is sensational.
Blue fight
to die for. My regards to the chef. It is amazing. All right, let me just hear with Doc. This who she's not a doctor. I just she claims she.
Wait, who's her name?
You've seen her before. Once you see her, you're gonna be like, oh, that's so and so. Let me see. I know I got it. Don't play with me, because I know I got it somewhere. Oh shit, I don't have it. Wait a second. Gayle fired Jim. Mount Records. Joyce exposes. Story of the Congo. Oh, here it is. Right here. Here it is. Here she goes. She got a justification about side chicks. I'll let you.
And you are signing up to be his side chick so that you can have this monetary gain. I think it is totally deceptive. And then I also look at it like this is what's crazy, Nene. I've been in my field 17 years, and oftentimes you'd be surprised at how many times the side chick is what's keeping the marriage together. Meaning,
all right, just the side chick is what's keeping the marriage together.
That man is a better man to his wife because of his side chick.
Do you think so?
Because
I don't feel like he's better to her. I feel like he's horrible to her.
He's still horrible. He's still a horrible man.
Yeah.
What he's doing is just unacceptable. But a lot of times when a man has a side chick, he comes home and he's in a better mood. He comes home and he tends to want to be more present when he's there.
Yeah,
because in his mind, he's thinking, well, I'm getting my recharge.
Right.
I'm getting whatever I want from this side chick. That makes me be able to come home and be more present with you as a wife. You have a man who's married and you are signing up to be his side chick so that, you can have this monetary gain. I think it is totally deceptive.
Listen, people, Like
once you said better man, okay, it would be clocked out on her. Clocked out. The side chick makes you better. I said, wait, no. Fentanyl's good for you. Let me explain. No.
Let me. Don't wear your seatbelt and drive really fast. I'm telling you, the adrenaline rush that you're gonna get is amazing.
You lost me. Don't wear the seatbelt. Yeah. Not doing that.
What?
That sounds like something a dude with side chicks would say to his wife.
This is
boomerang stuff. The boomerang. I'm a better person, all because of her. And Eddie Murphy got smacked. Remember Halle Berry smacked Eddie Murphy for that same line?
This is what I mean when I say the minute women started taking male mentality, it fucked everything up. The reason we scammed y'all, the way Gayle got scammed by CBS, we scammed y'all. We did. Let me
married, and you are signing up to be his side chick so that you can have this monetary gain. I think it is totally deceptive. Then I also look at it like this is what's crazy, Nene. I've been in my field 17 years, and oftentimes you'd be surprised at how many times the side chick is what's keeping the marriage together. Meaning,
okay, all right. What's keeping the marriage together? I'll leave it. What's keeping the marriage together? No. It's not keeping the marriage together. No, it's not. Let me tell you what eventually happens with these. Let me tell you for somebody who's been in these situations, and I'm not proud of it. Remember Mike 1? Remember the 4 mics I told you about? I'm on mic 2 now. The mic 1. Let me tell you what happens. It's not saving the marriage. What it's doing is getting him thinking in his mind. He's preparing. He has a backup plan now.
Oh, wow.
He has a backup plan now.
That's why he's happy. He's happy. That's like the president got a doomsday plane. That's why he talks so tough about war. He knows if it all good. He leaving.
He knows. He knows. He
got a bunker and a doomsday plane. So either way, he's like, China, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna be here to fight.
So give me some more, Mama. Give me some more.
That man is a better man to his wife because of his side chick.
Do you think so?
Because
I don't feel like he's better to her. I feel like he's horrible to her.
He's still horrible. He's still a horrible man.
Yeah.
What he's doing is just unacceptable. But a lot of times when a man has a side chick, he comes home and he's in a better mood. He comes home and he tends to want to be more present when he's there because in his mind,
he's more present when he's there. No, what he is now while he's present, he's thinking about what a great time he had. And what a side chick does
he's not present. He's thinking about the other chick.
Exactly. He's not present. Don't fall for this bullshit. He's not present at all.
I just found the boomerang clip. I don't know if you get that one. The YouTube short is the boomerang clip of Eddie Murphy saying the same thing.
Put it where is it?
It's right in the chat.
I still don't know how to when I put it in the chat.
The studio chat. You don't see that?
No, I don't see it. Well, I can get it. Hold up. Let me see if I can.
One is the moon landing thing, and one is the.
I just don't know how to. You got to play it, and then I can play. I don't know how Jay actually, because it just takes my entire screen when I tap it.
Let me see if I could just play it over here. But I don't think you'll hear it if I play it. That's all. I could try. Let me see.
Because if I tap that, I've done it before. I don't know how.
Don't. I'll try the sound. If not, I'll play it with Jay tomorrow. But let me see.
But this is the backup and this. Yeah, do it like that. This is where it goes. Go ahead.
What do you possibly think you know about love? I'm sick and tired of men using love like it's some kind of disease you just catch. Love should have brought your ass home last night.
Didn't you just hear me say I was sorry?
I heard you say you're sorry. You're sorry and you're tired. You don't love me. You don't love Jacqueline. You only love your damn self.
How could you say I never cared about you? Jacqueline says that I'm a better person now, and I know I owe that all to you.
There you go. You can stop.
I'm out of here.
You can stop right there. That's what somebody should have said to the doctor. That's what somebody should have said. I'm out of here. Nene Leakes should have said that. As soon as she said that, she should have been like, I'm out of here. The side chick making better husband. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm not gonna sit and let you keep it going and try to I think he's a horrible person. Well, he is a horrible person, but let me finish.
He's a horrible person, but DC, what's really good? DC, no, he's not a better man to his wife. He's deceiving her. And a lot of times it's not the backup plan, but he just has his cake and eating it too, figuratively and literally. Girl, bye. Listen.
Thank you. That girl bye. Yes.
Comedians used to
and she's
joke.
a side chick, though. Remember she admitted
Yeah.
she's a side chick? That's all that is. That's projection
Comedians
and trying to defend herself.
used to use this as material. They would say this being sarcastic on stage. And this chick is literally trying to break some shit down that it makes him a better man and makes him more present. No, it
She
just
said in my
makes-
profession. She said my 17 years.
In my 17 years, you've seen what?
It being a side chick. She
It
been a side
benefits
chick.
who?
That's her experience.
It benefits who? I make him a better man. I give him advice. Yeah, after you fucked him.
She talked about herself. She talked about herself.
I gave him advice so he could be more present in his relationship. After what? He broke his vows. That made him more present in the relationship. Let me tell you the diabolical thing about this cheating thing. Let me tell you what stupid ass men do. Because I don't want to focus. Let me tell you what stupid ass men do. Stupid ass men will have a side chick, right? They will have a side chick. Then they will get so caught up in a side chick, they won't tell their boys. They'll get so caught up in a side chick, they'll never tell their boys. They'll get so caught up in a side chick that they'll be home when the side chick goes out. They'll start worrying and wondering when the side chick's going to be home. They will be home present with their girl, with their significant other, waiting for the text message to come in. I'm home. And when they're not home by a certain time, that dumbass motherfucker will text her, where are you at? Bitch, why you want to know where your side chick at? Because it's a whole new group of fucking problems that goes on. It's a no. You're asking, where are you at? I'll tell you how.
Side chicken, nigga. I'm outside chicken.
I tell you how unrational this shit is. There are women, I'll get back to the women now, who are side chicks that will get mad at the husband if he cheats with another woman. He can go back to his wife. But if he cheats with another woman, she will say, you're cheating on me. That's how stupid and retarded that this whole thing is. Instead of being a grown-ass man and saying, this is not working. This is what I did. The truth ain't.
Once you get on that path, you know.
The truth is never. But y'all, this woman never includes the truth as making a man a better man. Speaking your truth for real, the truth that makes you look negatively.
That'll make you a better man.
That'll make you a better man.
Coming clean and owning it. Yeah, that'll make you a better man. That will.
Continuing to deceive somebody will never make you a better man. It will never make you more present.
Yeah, he's more present. Yo, there's somebody watching that right now who got like 3 side chicks who's nodding. That's why I like her, man.
That's why I like her. She gets me.
Somebody gonna show that girl that. Look what she's saying. She an expert. She know what she's talking about. Let me keep
Mike,
going out.
are you speaking from experience? Absolutely.
Yeah, about to say,
it's the dumbest waste of time. I don't have regrets because I know everything led to something. But if you gave me one thing to change, I would never lie to a woman or cheat on a woman. It makes me look less than.
You didn't gain nothing. Yeah, you didn't get none of that.
Nothing.
Yeah, in the long run with you.
I didn't gain.
And honestly,
anything.
a lot of people you didn't have to lie to. That's the
At
other
all.
part. You didn't have to lie to a lot of people. A lot of times we be lying when it's like, yo, you just, cause I tried that for a few years. I tried just telling people straight up, and it works most of the time. Same results.
And this is the kind of thinking by some men make it easy to be single. It's not just men.
Yeah, it's much better to be single than go be in a situation like that. Yes,
absolutely.
Risking diseases and everything else. Like what the hell? Like no, I understand people taking a hard pass on if that's the option. Oh, I got the other clip up. It's just you could just look at it without the I only need the sound. We could actually. So this we're talking about the space station walk. This CBS News, 1966. Look how stupid it. Okay, I'm not gonna. I'll just.
Actually, it's a link along that tether line you see there, 25 feet of umbilical cord. That contains the life support system and communications link from the spacecraft life support system out through that chest pack.
So the question was, who was filming it, and why they had different film angles? They had different cameras set up out there floating. Why wasn't the camera moving? The camera looked like it was still. So they had 2 still cameras while everything else was floating. It's like at some point you gotta tell people, yo, you sound stupid. That makes no sense. Like, I think we've gotten to a place where everything's valid. That's what social media has done. Back in the day, people were experts, people were knowledgeable, people spoke from experience, people did research, and people would come and have discussions. Now it's like everybody just presses record. Everybody's opinion is out there. Everybody has the right and everybody has the influence. And some people with the wrong opinions have more influence. And it's just confusing everything. And at some point, we got to say, no, that's a stupid idea. It's a stupid concept. There's no facts to back that up. It makes absolutely no sense. You think they had 3 cameras set up in space that were still while the guy couldn't even stay still? But the cameras could stay still. Like, and Ted Koppel's right there, like, it looks like they got a tether. But you don't believe this either.
I think that was Walter Cronkite. I think that was Walter Cronkite. Yeah, I think that was Walter Cronkite. But I get it.
But either way, going with
it. The fight against gravity is what's going on. That's why the connector is connected to the vest, and the backpack's there for the oxygen, and so he won't float away into the depths of space. The depths of space.
They're saying Osama bin Laden 3 hours after the building went down. They were like, I was like, wait, you know who did it? Like, you know who did it? How do you?
They never went up. Of course they didn't.
That was so stupid.
Maybe they had a tripod to hold the camera phone. Maybe K-Day, they might have had a tripod.
They had 2 or 3 tripods.
As you can see, he's floating. That's due to the.
If he needed a cord to keep him attached, where was the cord to the tripods and the cameras?
Where was the cord to the fucking ship?
That was him. They called it umbilical cord. That's what they was calling it.
Yeah, but what was keeping the ship just sitting there? Like, what was keeping this from floating around? Somebody tell me what was keeping this right here, the ship? How was that not floating?
Yo, you see the sign on it, Mike? It says United States. Did you see that? Look, like Yankee Stadium, United States. Just in case the aliens needed to know, because they read the Constitution on Mars. What the hell is he doing up there, bro?
Through that chest pack.
Spacewalk time. He spent 10 minutes walking in space. I'm good. You could close that out. Oh my
dog. But then come to today time. Come to today. Let's go. Go jump from my screen to Doc's screen. That's today time. My screen is when the moon landing. Come to today time. Today time, there's actual video where they said they lost the work. That's why they can't get back to the moon. They said they lost the greatest accomplishment in NASA history. They lost it.
But if you lost it, you can't recreate something better by now. Like, we got phones that are more powerful than the whole spacecraft was back then, but you can't. But that's why I say it all the time. When people start lying, at some point you stop engaging. And that's what women do in relationships often. Women are notorious for knowing damn well this dude is lying. All that working late and that's not lipstick on my. At some point, women have been doing this for years. Oh, really? Okay. It doesn't mean she trusts you. Doesn't mean she believes you. Doesn't mean she's not emptying out that joint account and planning her divorce. But when she's dealing with you, so she sees there's no point in talking to somebody as deceptive or deceived as you, she'll look at you and say, okay. Like a Tyler Perry movie. You know, that second half hour after you finish beating on me and cheating me and all that, you know, before I had to get back, I'm going to nod and smile. And then I'm going to disappear with the kids and you come home to empty house or whatever the case may be, or you're going to see my lawyer. Like, you got to get to a point where you're not engaging with the nonsense. Oh, the planes knocked down the 2 buildings and that made the other 3 buildings fall down. Okay.
But you know what the problem is? We are so comfortable with them telling us things and us believing them that's the easy way of just going on with the rest of your life and going like, who needs to
he gonna marry me one day. He gonna leave his wife. He gonna leave his wife for me.
He gonna leave.
His kids already in their teens. The kids are gonna go to college and we're gonna be together. We got a side chick mentality.
We watched. Miss Clark says change your background curtains. I mean, you're in black and your curtain is gray. I don't know. If that's gonna
she's
change
saying the contrast. She's saying the contrast might be doing it.
I don't know.
Spacewalk contrast.
Because it never looked like this. I've never seen, like, Doc was on here last week. I'll show you the clip.
Oh, here's a different camera. I'm in a different room today.
But we enjoy. It puts us at peace to just take the lie. So
nobody raised no issues back then. I guess they're gonna say that about us too. But they're gonna say that about us, about Israel, Charlie Kirk. They're gonna say
they're gonna say it about us.
They're gonna watch Charlie Kirk's video and be like, wait,
y'all believe that?
Wait, why the dude was acting
the JFK assassination, the mob dude said, just look at the tape. Look at the tape. The dude shot him in the car. Just look at the tape. Just look. You guys are worried about everybody else shooting. The guy just turned around and shot him. And they edited the video that was shown. We know in our hearts this is a lie.
But it's a million other anomalies after that where the brain went missing and the this and the that. It's like with Charlie Kirk. He went on the Air Force 2 and they didn't do an autopsy. There's no death certificate and you never see the children's faces. And the wife was happy 24 hours later. And now she's rubbing I can't say the kitchen because black people got kitchens, the den, the hair of J.D. Vance. Like all these things, you still going with it? You still think this kid did it? And the dad hasn't said nothing. The mom seems to be in hiding or witness protection. The gay supposed lover has been gone. Nobody believed that so-called love letter text exchange. And he was like, okay, my love, I put the rifle in the thing and it happened to be owned by Palantir and all. Like, what are we doing? The different outfit. They said he changed his outfit and disassembled the rifle. Then they got him getting off the roof. The video of the man coming down off the roof, there's no one else in sight running. Apparently somebody just got shot and there's thousands of people outside, but you don't see anybody in that footage of him getting down from the roof.
So why does that work, Doc? Because they can tell us they landed on the moon.
Yeah, we got side chick
then they can tell us Kennedy got shot by this person. Then they can tell us that the passport in 9/11 made it out the plane that was melted down and made it out the plane so they could read the passport. Then they can tell us there was no plane parts found, but the Pentagon was hit by another plane. Then they can tell us that a plane landed somewhere in Pennsylvania. Somewhere in Pennsylvania.
It's a black smudge.
Just black smudge, and they don't have to worry about footage with that. It goes on and on and on. Then they could tell us an election wasn't stolen. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then you know what we say? You guys are conspiracy theorists. No, you're just trained robots.
That's why they created the Central Intelligence. All of them created that term to stop people from investigating and stop dissent. The Nixon administration, they started that term, conspiracy theorists, during that era, so you wouldn't start to ask questions.
Oh, my son's info, of course. My wife's seen it. I don't know what Coco just hit me with a text. But yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Human beings are overrated.
But they were even a Public Enemy when they were like, don't believe the hype. That's what I was saying. Word to Chuck D and Flav Flav. They were saying it back then. Don't believe the hype. Like that. That's what I would say to people.
That's why I tell y'all people in the morning time, have a conversation with yourself in the morning in the mirror. Have a conversation with yourself. Because that may be the only honest conversation you're going to have the entire day. And if you lie to yourself in that mirror, you're
in trouble. No, that's why prayer and affirmations and meditation, all that. Yeah, you got to get centered and rooted, and because the BS is coming. The BS is coming.
It's going to be the minute you walk out that door. Listen, I'm going to go to a job that I'm blessed to have because it helps me pay bills. They're going to try to get me that. I'm going to jump into a program that we have jumped into to say I should spend more hours of my life working than doing anything else.
That's when you just said it that way. That sounds wild.
Anything else in my life.
When you think people got kids, they're in love, they're trying to build, they got dreams, but I'm gonna spend more of my life. Yeah, you're right.
Working than anything else. Let's just say you don't have kids. You're gonna spend more time of your life working than you are being with anybody you care about. And that makes sense to everybody.
That's why people be dating people on the job.
I'm gonna see. We can spend quality time. That's our quality time.
That's why people be having them job wives and husbands. Because they said this ain't adding up. The math ain't mathing. I need somebody here.
We got something in common. We can talk about the boss together. We can talk about how we can improve the productivity. We can talk
What time
about
you going to lunch? What time you going to lunch? They said at Walmart they be doing that when they be taking their breaks. They said people be dipping off to the cars, like you said with the car at the club. They be dipping off to the car. They're already pissing in bottles and can't get no breaks and all that other stuff. They got to find what they can where they can. So if you only getting like a 20-minute break, you got to eat, go to the bathroom, and find love. So
find love all in the same time.
The parking lot.
They got us believing. Listen, my schedule is when I get home, I got 3 hours before I go. 3 hours of my day. They say technically I have to myself, which I don't, because when am I gonna go online and pay bills? When am I gonna go make sure the garage is good and empty this stuff out from my mom and everything like that? When am I gonna have a connection with my girls? I gotta go on lunch with my girls and make sure every week we go to lunch. Then I gotta find time with Monty, and then we gotta have conversations in those 3 hours. And then you come back to go to work. I don't mean to depress y'all.
No, that's why I should just send out the invitation for the meetup. That's why we talking about sponsorships and comedy shows and book deals and podcasts. You know, we trying to get free. We trying to use our time and our resources to, like you said, get out that matrix. We ain't trying to stay here for another 15, 20 years.
Al-Shabu says, my daily prayer when I wake up, one of them, Lord, let me see and hear what I have to see and hear to live my life in truth. Absolutely.
Spirit and in truth.
This whole system is based for you not to see that. Eat, go to the bathroom, and find love. That's what you got to do, KT. That's what you got to do.
And go.
And KT, I just want, before we get out of here, and I just want to tell you, KT, how amazing what you've done and the story that you shared last week with us and everything that you're going through, and how amazing it is that you've been able to come to this point in your life to actually share your story and to actually have a book signing. I just want to remind you how amazing you people are. And I try and take time out, and I'm not trying to ego boost anybody. I'm trying to tell you the truth, to remind yourself how dope you are, how incredible you are. When I say human beings overrated, I'm talking about the bullshit that human beings do that we don't make ourselves accountable for.
Yeah, what we've been reduced to.
And what
like
you
said,
done,
being cogs in the wheel, machines and that work and all stuff we got to do. Yeah, that's corny.
What you've done is absolutely amazing, and it's only a small part of what you're going to continue to do. So congratulations on that. I don't know if Doc was able to make it.
No, I made it out. Jay, I was gonna let Jay, because I know Jay got a lot of videos and pictures and stuff from the events. I know Jay gonna do it extra. You know, you're gonna go extra, but no, we definitely were able to go out there. The Classic Books, Trenton, New Jersey, the book signing, and there was a bunch of authors there. So a whole community thing with authors, and you know, she was one of a featured speaker. And yeah, tomorrow I'm sure Jay is gonna really come and do the full recap. But that's real life. That's what I was going to say. All that other moon landing and 9/11, what you were just talking about in terms of caring for children, telling your story, letting your testimony transform people's lives and feel like they got a connection to other people and they can make it through things, that's real life. So things like what KT is doing is real life. All that other stuff, like Asha said, I want to know about the truth. I'm dealing with reality. I ain't got no time for no moon landing.
KT put a comment, oh no, I'm crying again. Well, girl, if you're crying again, let me send you a link, because it would be good. It would be a good show to see you cry. I'm playing. Tears always good.
You in the show? You Gayle King now? Like R. Kelly? What y'all doing to me? It's my life.
Let us milk those tears, Casey.
You saw Gayle King. Gayle King was like this. This is good TV.
This is great TV. I've been there. I've been that devil.
I've been like Mr. Burns in the Simpsons. You're sitting there like. She ain't even move. R. Kelly jumped up. If R. Kelly jump up and is standing over me, I'm moving. R. Kelly's known. Hey, if R. Kelly stands up and I'm sitting down, whoa, what we doing here? What's about to happen?
Well, KT says, Doc, thank you so much again. Y'all showed up for me and it touched my heart. And I'm glad we touched your heart.
I came in from New York. I said, I'm married to be in the show. I said, I went to New York. So I was already coming that way. I said, if I can make it through the time, I'm going past Trenton. So I asked Jay Black, and Jay Black was like, no, they got something else going on even after the 12 o'clock. I said, oh, I'm good then. So I swung through from Yonkers. Shout out to Yonkers, one Glenwood. I shot from Yonkers down to Trenton, then to Philly.
And I'm also very proud of Nikki. I'm proud of all y'all. Real talk. We argue, we get into it, we talk shit to each other the whole night. I'm proud of.
Yeah, that's what makes us good. That's what makes so many.
Nikki's got the notes with Nikki. that she's doing on TikTok.
Oh, the page, right?
Yeah, and she's doing that. Congratulations, Nikki. I got to get on there and put some comments on there for you and all that good stuff to everybody. Listen, this little community is something else. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. It's something else what we're doing here. I feel it. I know it. I have not been waking up for all these years for nothing. Something God has made me get up and do this. So we're gonna do it. And we're gonna take it where we take it. And if you want to cry on the show, it will bring the numbers up. So cry. So just
eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. No, it's definitely something coming. It's definitely. But I told you, we got the merchandise, we got the comedy, we got the podcast, we got the literature, we got divisions ready. Like when they did that big Universal deal with Cash Money, and they was like, no, we publishing books, we doing tours, like Rockefeller when they did the Rockaware, and we got the movies coming out, and yeah, you gotta be ready for the money. You gotta be ready for the money. When the money comes, we gotta be ready to do comedy shows, do book signings, do lectures, do podcasts, do movies. Everything got to be ready to go. So that's what we're doing now. We getting into and sponsorships. We ready for that now.
We're ready, and we got to get the packet together. And I just want to tell y'all, I know how much money I know how much money I need to be able to take care of where I take care of. And I'm not gonna give y'all the number, but it ain't no million. It ain't nothing like that. The rest of this money, my vision is to give to people to help them in situations. I don't know how to organize it, but I will organize it. And I want to be able to help people in situations that Nikki was in when she had to move out. I want to have a resource where when KT says she's doing this book signing, we get to actually put money into it to help her with the marketing and stuff like that. If Ashabu, if any of y'all, but that's why we have to get together so we can see what each other are into. And then there's going to be certain emergencies that I want to help people in. There's going to be certain childcare I want to help people take care of. I want to be able to use that money to just go, this is what I need. And trust me, it's not what you think.
It ain't nothing crazy.
Ain't nothing crazy. And the rest is to try and help this little community that turns into a bigger community. And we make sure we make that happen. It's not a dream. It's a blueprint, y'all. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be. I can never be that. Understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in your life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anyone, anything, any circumstance take it from you. From Michael Sean, Jay Black, Dr. Aaron Smith, a.k.a. Fearless, Sexy Mo, C. Chung, Amani, Kamari, who we should have back. He just overslept. So he's good. He's good health-wise. He told me the truth. He just overslept. We are gone. Woke Up Inspire. Go to Woke Up Inspire. Get that merch.
WokeUpInspire.com.
And this Saturday, Q Spot, November 8th. This Saturday, Q Spot.
Oh, you got a flyer?
I will have the flyer. It's on my social media, but I'll have it up tomorrow. Okay. We are gone. Gone.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts.